All right, so SwooshGod has the Officer Robbie body cam footage coming in about an hour. And before that happens, now I have no idea what's going to be on it, no idea whatsoever. But before that video comes out, and we more than likely have something else to talk about, there was a question in a comment section that I want to answer regarding this bathroom. Now, Tyra apparently has a tub and a shower in his house, or at that house. There's a chair in the tub, which everybody with common sense has already figured out that that's for Donna's mother. The wall is open. All kinds of water and mold and stuff is going on in there, I'm sure. And he doesn't have a shower curtain. This is the handyman. And you know what I just noticed? How does he have a curtain on the window in the bathroom, but he has newspaper up in Donna's mother's room and a sheet up in his bedroom? That's freaking weird. I mean, wouldn't you take the curtain off the bathroom and put it in his mother's room? Take the newspaper down and maybe put another sheet up in the bathroom if it was really that difficult. I mean, if you're struggling like that, I mean, you got the struggle shower, you may as well have the struggle shower curtains to go with it. Why not? Yeah, so, his mama's there sitting in the shower and she's getting drenched or shower rinsed with the Dawn dish soap coming out of the shower head there, and the water is going all over the floor. And that's not a plunger. Somebody said that was a plunger. That little black thing in the corner there, that's not a plunger. What you're looking at is, I don't know, some sort of a black object, and the door frame looks like a handle, but that's not a plunger. But anyway, yeah, so she's sitting in there taking a shower and whatever, and water's getting everywhere, and the Dawn dish soap is all over the floor, and it's getting in the walls, and it's running down the walls. It's probably pooling in the ceiling right above the leather ceiling fan. So the leather ceiling fan is probably dripping wet. Oof, that whole thing is a mess. The entire house, the open walls upstairs, the all the craziness, the doors with the nails in it is just craziness. Now, someone asked a question, a very valid question in one of the comment sections, and I told them I would answer it. The question was, man, can't the city come out and inspect this hazard? My response is, I'm going to answer your question, and I'm doing that right now. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on in that house. Now, all this is speculation, but just think about it for a second. The mother's living there, the mother's disabled. They're probably misappropriating, is probably the nicest word that I can use, her disability check. At minimum, some of that money is being misused. Fine. Then there's the possibility that because he has missing guns, or we think he has missing guns, there's a possibility that he's been selling some of those guns. That, again, speculation. But because Indy doesn't have any registration requirements on those weapons, it's possible he's going out, he's buying cheap guns at gun shows, and then flipping those same guns, and there's probably bodies on those guns, and that might be a part of why the city is also breathing down his neck regarding all this paperwork and the threats and the guns and all that stuff. Possible. There's a whole lot that could potentially be going on in that house. But regarding inspections, given the history of Indianapolis, where basically it looks like you have to have somebody die before they even get out of bed and take a look at anything. You could literally send them a video of a person being kidnapped at gunpoint, show them the license plate number of the person's vehicle, tell them there's a crime in progress or that a crime has been committed, tell them who committed the crime, give them all sorts of video proof, and Indianapolis will not get out of bed until somebody dies. So why haven't they come down to check out that house? Okay, let's take a look at this. Inspection on 2022 at almost 11 o'clock in the morning. No violation found. Where and why was this inspection conducted? This inspection was conducted at 911 North Roller Street, Indianapolis, Indiana, 46201. It says, as noted above, this dwelling was searched by IMPD SWAT team on 9/1/22 and was found to have multiple safety violations, a vulnerable senior in need of service as well as clutter typical with a hoarder condition. Stairways, windows, and points of egress are blocked. Please see the attached video. So basically, a report was put in saying that the house had multiple safety violations, fire, health with the dogs, a vulnerable senior upstairs, which is true. I mean, think about everything stated in this report here, right in the case details. Everything that was said was 100% true. Fire and life safety have hazards in that house, with all of the clutter, with the stairs, with everything being in disrepair, with the exposed wires, with all of the animals in such close proximity being in cages, with all of the feces in the yard, with the lady upstairs, with the questionable condition of the bathrooms. This place is definitely a hazard. Well, to you and me, but then we're not the experts. They sent out a guy to check it out, and his analysis was no violations found. Now, that could be because in the city's opinion, there were no violations. That could be because maybe he was never let into the house. That could be maybe because he never attempted to get into the house. Maybe he just looked at it from across the street and decided everything was cool and went about his way. Maybe he knows who lives there and just didn't want to deal with that person and says, screw it, I'm not even going to do it today. And just put, there's nothing here, and then walked off. Or maybe, as we've already stated, maybe Indianapolis will not get out of bed for anything unless somebody's already died. So I guess they're just waiting for that phone call. Anyway, the only reason I'm putting this up is because Jsolo asked the question, and there's your answer, sir. Basically, they don't give a damn. Me personally, I don't really give a damn either. I'm just waiting to see whether or not he accepts the plea bargain or goes to jail. When all that stuff is complete, I think Tyra and his karma are pretty much square. Everything that he's done in the past accumulates to this one moment. All the times he called CPS, all the threats he made, everything that he's done to everyone, I think all that stuff comes back to this moment, and this is karma balancing itself out. But that's just my opinion. I'll catch you guys at 10 for Swoosh's show. Later.